Okay, next up we have our dram of drama for the show. We have a very talented young actress called Ashlea Wales who regularly treads the boards in Peterborough, but luckily she's found time within her jam-packed performance schedule to join us in Edinburgh. Can we have a huge round of applause please for Ashlea?
Thank you. Yes, I'm doing the dram of drama in this section. I've got a couple of monologues that I'd like to do of interesting characters that I've found in some plays. The first one is a play called Laughing Wild by Christopher Durang. It is an American play, so I'm attempting an American accent. Sorry if there's American people here, it's not very good.
I want to talk to you about life. Sometimes it's just so difficult to be alive, isn't it? And to try to function. There are all these people to deal with. I tried to buy a can of tuna fish at the supermarket, but there was this person standing right in front of where I wanted to reach out and grab the tuna fish. I waited a while to see if they'd move, but they didn't. They were looking at the tuna fish too, but they were taking a real long time on it, reading the ingredients on the can like it was a book. Pretty boring book if you ask me, but nobody has. So I waited a really long time and they still didn't move. And I thought about asking them to move. But then they seemed so stupid not to have sensed that I needed to get by them, that I had this awful fear that it would do no good at all, and they'd probably turn around and say something like, "We're moving with goddamn ready, you nagging bitch!" And then what would I do? So then I started to cry, out of frustration, quietly, so as not to disturb anyone. And even though I was softly sobbing, this stupid idiot didn't grasp that I needed to get by them to reach the goddamn tuna fish. Some people are so insensitive. So I reached over with my fist and I brought it down real hard on his head and I said, "Would you kindly move, asshole?" And the person fell to the ground. He looked completely shocked. And a child nearby me started to cry and I was still crying. And I couldn't imagine making use of the tuna fish now anyway. And I turned to the child and I said, "Stop crying!" He was drawing far too much attention to me. So I thought, I'll go out of the supermarket and I'll get a taxi to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I need to be surrounded by culture right now, not tuna fish. This other monologue I've only learnt in the last couple of days, so it may not be perfect. I'll have it here just in case. Love you? Good gracious, of course not! Why on earth would I love you? You were just someone to have a bit of fun with. An amusement. A lark. You're a man, and I was your little fancy. Well, I'm a woman, and I was your little fancy. You wouldn't prevent a woman from enjoying herself as much as a man, now would you? If she took it into her head? You're not good enough for me. The chap that Fanny Hawthorne weds will be made of different stuff than you, my lad. My husband, if I ever have one, will be a man. And not someone who'll throw over his girl at his father's bidding. Strikes me the sons of these rich manufacturer types are much alike. It's their father's brass it gets too much from. They can't handle it. They don't know how to spend it properly. They're like those chaps that can't handle a drink because they're not used to it. It gets in their head like. No. You're not a fool altogether. But there's something lacking. You're not man enough for me. You're a nice chap, and I'm fond of you, but I couldn't ever marry you. No. We've had a right good time together. It has been a right good time, I'll never forget. No mistake. We've enjoyed ourselves proper. No. All good times must come to an end. And ours is over now. Come on, bid me farewell. Goodbye, old lad. Go on then. Call them in. Let's get it over with.
I didn't introduce that one, sorry. That was from Hindle Wakes by Stanley Houghton, and the character Fanny has had an affair with a person who is engaged to another woman, and the father is forcing them to get married. So I forgot that introduction, but that's it, thank you.
Brilliant, thank you very much, Ashley. So